Hey peoples, it's your girl, Sexy Sapphire, and we back at it again. It is 6:30 on a Sunday morning, so I need you to understand my devotion and dedication to doing these videos and getting them out to you, for you. I got church in a little while, but this is how I'm going to spend my time before church. Doing these videos, I found, has given me a sense of peace that I can't even begin to explain to you. My life is changing. I'm changing in so many ways, and being able to pass on my experiences is helping me in ways that I didn't even think they would. I had coffee this morning, no vodka in my cup. That was last night. So, before we jump into this video, I'm going to answer one quick question. I have people that have been asking me, why am I doing all these videos with my titties out? That's a real easy answer. Know your market. We haven't talked business yet. Screw business, but know your market. See, I got a story to tell. I have things that I need to say, and I need you to listen. It's not I want you to listen. I need you to listen. And I don't need just the women to hear this story, because yes, there are women who are going to hear what I'm going through and who need to hear this. But I need the men to hear it too. See, because the men are in your lives. The men are the ones that's treating you this way. The men are the ones that are allowing you to prostitute yourself and to bring the money home. The men are the ones that are allowing things to happen and not stepping up, because our men are no longer men. Men are watching shit happen. See, men will watch me sit here in my bra and they will listen. Women will listen to the story because it's a story. But men are visual. So I will sit here with my cleavage showing as long as it takes to make sure these men are hearing what I'm saying. And believe it or not, you women are who I want to hear from, but the men are who I'm hearing from. Every day I'm getting all these messages, my inbox, my email, and it's guys. It's guys saying, wow, I didn't know you had been through that. You're so strong. I apologize for the way I came at you, because I thought you was just one of them. I didn't even, you know, a lot of people thought this Sapphire shit was new. You know, like I said, 15 years in the industry. That this ain't none of this new. But anyway, that's why I sit here in my bra, because you got to know your target audience. And my target audience is everybody. See, women will be comfortable with me sitting in my bra. It's okay. It's not offensive to most women. At the same time, men will sit and listen to the words coming out my mouth because I'm in my bra. So, know your audience and your market. You'll never see me doing my videos and anything see-through, or you won't see nipples, you won't see anything vulgar, because I need these videos to be okay for a teenage girl to watch. And so, yeah, we all wear bras. We have bodies. It's normal. I will sit in my bra. We've discussed that. Let's move on. I wanted to really go back to my childhood, but we're not going to do that today. Today, we're going to talk about my illnesses. We're not going to delve too much into the physical aspect of my illnesses, but the mental aspect of them, because I talk about me having these illnesses, and why it might sound like it might sound off to some people. It's hard to understand some of them. Living with the illness is so much worse than trying to explain it to somebody, or even you trying to understand it. This video will help make sense of some of my behavior to people who know me, talk to me, or have been interacting with me for years. And even some who are brand new. I'm going to title this video, Who Are You Again? And that's because that phrase is such a significant phrase in my life. Who are you? Is what I find myself asking on an almost daily basis. And you wouldn't know that unless you knew me. All my life, I have been told, you got selective memory. You only remember what you want to remember. I heard that growing up. My whole fucking life. I mean, at home, from my friends, in school, people used to tell me, you have selective memory. You only remember what you want to remember. And I had no idea that they were right. I thought that I just couldn't remember shit, you know. I did not know that even as early as probably middle school. I'm pretty sure elementary school, because we talked about my first blackout. But at least middle school, I had multiple personality disorder. And I didn't know. See, people don't talk about it. And when we do talk about it, you hear about it in the movie. And then you hear someone say, oh, well, so-and-so had, and nobody ever believes it. It's always been looked at like a fake disease, like it's not real. Well, I'm living proof that it is real, and it's scary. It's not an easy disease to live with. The clinical term for multiple personality disorder is DID, dissociative identity disorder. Layman's terms, we call it multiple personality disorder. What it really means, dissociative identity disorder, means that your mind dissociates. So I'm going to try to break it down to you as simple as possible. You know how we all have different parts. We have a workplace us. We have a us that interacts with our friends. We have a us that interacts with our children. We have a us that interacts with our lovers. These people are all us, yet the way you act at work might be totally different than how you act around your family. The way you act around your family might be totally different than how you act around your friends. The way you act around your friends might be totally different than the way you act with your lovers. Well, most people, these are just parts of their character and their personality. And you switch this part on. I'm at work, so I'm in work mode. I'm at school, so I'm in school mode. Well, a person who dissociates, what it is certain situations, your mind can't handle it. And when your mind can't handle it, instead of you going into this mode, your mind splits and breaks off. And when your mind splits and breaks off, instead of being this part of your personality, this part of your personality breaks off into a different person in your head. And in your head, this person deals with your issues. This person deals with the stress. This person deals with whatever you couldn't handle. The bad part is, unlike most people, when you switch into this mode, you're still here. You're still conscious. You're still cognizant of what's going on. But a person with DID, when they switch into that part, all other parts shut down. So I say my mind switched into work mode. Mommy mode, friend mode, lover mode, all that disappeared in my head. Like they no longer exist. And all I am right now is this person. And I don't have the memories from home me. I don't have the memories to me with my lovers. I only have access to the memories that this person keeps. And so that's what dissociative identity disorder is like. It's like different parts of your brain shutting down because one part has taken over. And this part knows what this part knows. But this part doesn't know any of the other stuff that the other parts know. And so when I'm this person, I'm only functioning with this person's memories. I'm only functioning with this person's ideas and thoughts. It's not a consensus of all the thoughts in my head. It's what this person is dealing with. And so that's how dissociative identity disorder works. And so when you meet me, I don't know which me you meeting. You won't know which me you meeting. We all answer to the same name. We don't all have the same name. Mind you, there are at least 8 of them that I know that have other names. Sapphire is not one of my personalities. I don't know how many times I can explain this to people. But Sapphire is not one of my personalities. She is not one of the pieces of my brain that has split off and has their own life and memories and things that I don't have access to. Sapphire is a character that I created, like a character on TV, like she's like Peggy Bundy, she's like Claire Huxtable, she's like Buffy. She's not a person. She's an idea that I thought of in my head and put together on paper and said, this is what Sapphire is, this is what she will be, this is what she will do. That Sapphire is not a person. Sapphire does not exist. Sapphire is a character that I play. I am Melanie. I made up this person, this character named Sapphire, and I portray this character named Sapphire. Sapphire is not a part of my craziness. She is not one of the people that lives in my head. She does not have her own thoughts, ideas, and opinions. She has the thoughts, ideas, and opinions that I have shaped for Sapphire. And that's why when I tell y'all all the time, I'm nothing like Sapphire. I need people to understand that Sapphire is a character that I created. Therefore, we are not the same person. We look alike. We dress alike. We act alike. She's me. But the ideals, the principles, the morals, the things that I have put into Sapphire are not necessarily the things that Melanie exhibit in whole. And see, a lot of people have that confused when I say I got multiple personalities. They think, oh, am I going to be with Melanie or am I going to be with Sapphire? And I tell them, you're never going to be with Sapphire. She doesn't exist. She's not a person. Like, I can come out and play Sapphire, but at the end of the night, the costume comes off. She's not a person. But the people in my head, there's something totally different. So, I say all of this to try to get you to understand how my head works, because let me tell you some stuff. I spend a lot of time saying, who are you? I don't know you. I don't know who you are, or I remember you, but I don't remember any of our conversations. I know your name because I see your name all the time, but I don't know who you are. I offend people on an almost daily basis. Lately, I've had a string of men come into me telling me they had sex with me. Not recent sex. Nobody has sex with me now. I mean, very few people. I keep myself. I live under very strict rules that I've set for myself to try to monitor my behavior and to try to keep things from happening, because I'm not fully aware of what's going on with me all the time. But lately, I've had a string of men to find me on the internet and come to me and say, we used to have sex. We used to be lovers. Most recently, I had a guy found me on Facebook in a Facebook group, sent me an inbox and was like, you know, I've been looking for you. I'm so glad to run into you. How you doing? What's going on with you? And his name was familiar to me. I don't remember who he was. Didn't know what he looked like. Didn't know nothing about him. But I knew he had a last name that was very unique. And when I saw the last name, I knew that I had spoken to this person before. But in what capacity, I had no clue. How I knew them, I had no clue. But I knew that I knew that name. And when he approached friendly. So, you know, I told him, you know, how you doing? I'm good. I really don't, I told him I didn't remember the last time we talked, because he asked me how things been since the last time we talked. I told him I didn't remember the last time we talked. But, you know, I had been through a lot. I'm sure life had changed, but I'm good now. Yeah. And so he asked me, was I still doing my websites and stuff? And I told him, yeah. And he said he would love to see me again. And I had to tell him, I said, sweetie, you know, I got sick. And I lost a lot of my memory. I don't have access to my memory. Like, I've lost big memory chunks. And I'm sorry, but I don't know who you are. And he started to explain to me that, you know, we used to be friends. He used to come up from D.C. to see me. We used to smoke. Oh, you got some good pussy. We used to fuck. We used to do. And I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I just told you I have no memory of who you are. And he like, yeah, that's why I'm trying to refresh your memory. We used to fuck and we used to do this and da da da. And I'm like, I'm sorry, love, but I can't remember. Like I said, I told y'all I lost a lot of my memory. I got sick, and I'm sorry, but I don't have a clue who you are. And so he went on and on, you know, trying to get me to remember. And I'm like, dude, I'm sorry. And so he says to me, well, how can we get back to where we were? And I said, we can't. First off, you know me and I don't know you. I'd never be comfortable. I'd never be comfortable. I can't sit up or lay up with somebody who knows me from my past and knows things about me that I can't remember. Like, I can't do that. For all I know, you're my enemy. I don't know why we broke up or why we stopped fucking or, you know, how long ago it been. Like, I can't remember you. So I can't be alone with you because I don't know if you got beef with me. I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing. I can't meet you. You know? And he like, well, what about your videos and stuff? And I'm like, well, what about them? Can I shoot with you? I don't do that no more. I ain't made a sex video or a blowjob video since 2010. So I know that I haven't even talked to you at least since 2010. So I really can't talk to you. It's 2014. If you was fucking me before 2010, that means you was fucking me before. If he was fucking me before 2010, that means he was fucking me before 2008. Because by 2008, I was in a stable relationship. And I wasn't fucking nobody but my man. So, if he was fucking me before 2010, he was fucking me back 2007 or earlier. It's no need for him to be coming at me. You dig me? So, the other day, I had a guy, and this hurt me. Like, this really hurt me. I had a guy who I went to high school with. And in high school, we had sex one time, just once. The sex caused so much controversy because I had a boyfriend, he had a girlfriend. We crept off, had sex. His girlfriend found out. She called my boyfriend crying. Melanie fucked my boyfriend, yada. I spent the next year or so trying to kill a girl. Trying to kill a girl. She came in between me and my baby mother, all types of shit. Like, I spent the next year, police called to my house while I'm pregnant because I done ran into this bitch on the bus and I'm trying to kill her. You dig me? Like, I know I'm crazy, right? So anyway, I only slept with him once back in high school. If you ask me, I have not seen him since high school. I don't remember seeing him since high school. I know that on Facebook, he finds me, and we talk every now and then. He'll send me an inbox, you know, we'll chat a little, but nothing serious. Like, I don't even have his number. You dig me? Like, we're not close. So, the other day, he said something on Facebook. I don't fucking know. He said something, or I said something. I said something about, it was something sexual. I don't know. It was something sexual. And he came in my inbox and he said something like, if I ever had the chance to be intimate with you, I would take my time and I would do that. It was nice. But it threw me off because as far as in my head, I ain't seen him since high school. And so I said to him, you know, that's cool or whatever, but, you know, I wouldn't be intimate with somebody who I ain't seen since high school anyway, so, you know, there's no need for you to be in my inbox with this. You dig me? Like, I was, you know, he was sweet, but I was like, I don't fuck with you like that. You know? So, he says to me, you know, he like, you act like we ain't kept in touch, like I don't keep up with you, and we don't talk. And I'm like, we don't talk. Man, I'm crazy, y'all. I keep trying to tell you. I told him we don't talk. Like, I don't talk to you. I ain't seen you since high school. I don't fuck with you like that. And he says to me, you don't remember when I used to be your weed man? When I used to sell you and your boyfriend weed? I said, no. He said, you don't remember when you was staying up on North Avenue and I came and sat with you and we sat up in your room and we talked for hours? I said, no. That was 2 years ago when I was on North Avenue. Back in 2011. 2010. 2010, early 2011. Anyway, he said, you don't remember one day you was so sick and weak, I had to carry you to your bed? I said, no, I don't remember. So then I had a question. I said, well, have we had sex more than the one time that I remember back in high school? He said, we've had sex twice. I said, okay. He said, you don't remember when I moved to Virginia? I said, no. He said, you don't remember Skyping with me? Fuck no, I don't Skype. Everybody now, I'll turn my camera on for free. I don't know which one of me he Skyped with, but it wasn't me. He said, he said, I remember the day you looked me in my eyes and asked me to never let you go. And I never have now. That shit hurt me. It hurt me. Because I'm the first one to run around screaming, don't nobody give a fuck about me. Don't nobody care. I ain't got no friends. And I realized that there are people who care about me, but I can't remember them. That I probably got friends that I don't even know about. That there are people that's still in my life that I can't remember. And I be thinking I be on top of shit. I really do. Like, I be thinking that I know what's going on with me. That I know who I'm dealing with. That I know who I'm talking to. And I don't. I don't have a fucking clue. I don't have a clue. So, let me tell you a story real quick. Because some people aren't going to believe this shit. They hear me talking now, and they don't believe it can be true. I'm going to tell you about the day I spent time with this nigga. And he knew me, and I couldn't remember him. But I spent the whole day with him. So check this. Back at, it had to be over 10 years ago. I was cool with this girl that I had been friends with since high school. Her name was Tarina. Tarina called me and said, you should come out my job and chill with me till I get off work. I was bored. I think I had just got off work. I ain't had shit to do. I said, all right, cool. I think I lived on Curry Street then. I think. So this had to be 2006. I think that's about 2006. Maybe a year or two before it. So she worked out Security Square Mall. I said, okay. I go out Security Mall. She worked in this little gift shop. The minute I walk in, I see her standing at the counter. And she's standing here on the side of the counter. And there's a guy on the other side of the counter. And they talking. And when I see him, my mind flashed. And I saw his face in my head. And I said to him, I said, do I know you? And he said, no. I said, you sure? He said, no. And they kept talking. And I kept looking, his face flashed in my head. And I said, are you sure I don't know you? And he said, I'm sorry, I don't know you. And I said, okay. So I had introduced myself as Melanie. He introduced himself as Jay. We all stood around talking and stuff. Then her boss came in. So we went to walk around the mall. So me and this dude, we walk around the mall for like an hour and a half talking, chilling, laughing, kikiing and shit. Then we decided to go outside and smoke this blunt. So it's raining. He a perfect gentleman. He holding the umbrella for me while we smoke. We talking, laughing, kiki, everything cool. We go back inside. We grab something to eat while we wait for her to get off work. We sitting, we eating, we talking, and we kicking. We having a great fucking day. I need you to understand that I spent hours with this man. So when my girl get off work, he wait for us, for the bus. He wait with us. When the bus come, you know, it's at the mall, so it's a lot of people getting on the bus and shit. The bus might even sit for a minute, so the bus was sitting there. And he went to walk off. And when he went to walk off, Tarina turns to me and said, so you still don't remember who he is? I said, so I do know him. And she said, yeah, that's Jamie. That's the dude you was fucking with last summer, but he wouldn't sleep with you, so you told the whole neighborhood he was a bitch and he was scared of pussy and blah, blah, blah. I said, that's Jamie? And she was like, yeah. I remember the name. I remember kind of the situation, but like, I didn't know who he was. And I had dated him the summer before. But I couldn't remember him. I remember pieces of the situation. So I called him back because he was walking away. And I said, hey, I think I gave you the wrong number. And so he came back. And I punched him dead in his fucking chest. And I said, you Jamie? He said, yeah. I said, why the fuck would you spend all this time with me and not tell me who you are? Like, why would you do this? And he said, I really like you. And when you came in the store and you didn't know who I was, I figured this was another chance. And I said, are you serious? Like, so you just spent hours with me, not saying to me that you knew me, that we chilled, that you didn't been in my bed. Like, and you want me to believe anything else that you said to me when the first thing I asked you is, did I know you? And you told me no. And so I asked him, since I had him there, you know, why the fuck didn't we have sex that day? Because what happened was, one day, we had been talking and stuff. We had been seeing each other, spending all this time together. And then the day we were supposed to have sex, we were there. My little cousin was there. He had some girl. My little cousin used to stay with me at my place. He had his own room, though. So my cousin and his girl went in the room. And me and Jamie in my room, and we in the bed. And nothing happened. And he lied. And I didn't understand. And he told me, you know, that day, because I asked him, well, what the fuck happened? And he said that in one of our previous conversations around a bunch of people, I had said that I didn't give head because we was in a public setting and it wasn't everybody's business. And so he didn't want to eat my pussy because he thought I wasn't going to suck his dick. And so instead of asking me to suck his dick or telling me to suck his dick or whatever the fuck, you know, he laid in my bed till he got uncomfortable and then left. I told everybody he was scared of pussy. I didn't know what the fuck his problem was, you know. I mean, we naked in bed and you don't want to fuck. So, you know, I told everybody he was scared of pussy and shit. And, you know, he got around the neighborhood or whatever. But I don't remember anything after that. Like, we didn't have no real beef, I don't remember. Like, I wasn't ready to beat him up or nothing. And, you know, he wasn't mad at me like that. Like, I mean, hell, he tried his hand again. He wanted another shot. Like, but I couldn't trust him. I just spent all this time with you and you told me you didn't know me. You know? And so, like, people that meet me now, you know, they have to suffer the consequences of the fact that I live a crazy life in my head. And that I've met these crazy people who like to play games with my crazy ass. And so now, you know, when I meet people, you know, they think I'm hard on them, but I tell them, like, I don't get my number out. It's so hard to get my phone number. It's ridiculous because I don't do well with new people. Like, you're going to call me, you're going to text me, and I'm not going to know who you are eventually. And it's hard. Like, a person has to really fight to be in my life for me to remember them. Like, they have to be around enough for, like, different parts of me to know who they are. Like, it's not enough for me to talk to you. Because if I talk to you and then I disappear, and then one of the other ones come around and don't know who you are, then your message is not going to get answered. People say, well, why didn't you answer my messages? I wasn't around. The other me might look at my inbox and say, I don't know this person, I don't know this person. I might know you, but the person answering my messages might not. And so you might not get your message answered. I look down at my phone all the time, and it's names and numbers that I don't know who these people are. Because they done met some other part of me, and some other part of me done put this number in my phone, and I don't know these people. I look at my phone, and I don't know these people. I have no clue who half the fucking people in my phone are. And my phone, it say, so-and-so met at this place. So-and-so met at this place. So-and-so has this car. Like, I put notes And I find notes next to people's names because I wouldn't know who the fuck y'all are. I don't know who the fuck nobody is, y'all. If you ain't been in my life for years, I don't really know you like that. Like, real shit. And you don't even know me. You don't even know which part of me you know. Real shit. You don't even know what part of me you know. It ain't, do you know Melanie or Sapphire? It's which one of these bitches in my head have you met? People approach me, and I have no idea who y'all are. And people get mad at me on the street when they walk up to me, and they think, oh, you think because you Sapphire that you ain't got to recognize nobody. If y'all motherfuckers knew, they got nothing to do with being Sapphire. I'm not stuck up. I'm not big time. I'm not... Like I tell y'all all the time, on every goddamn social network I'm on, and on my website, I am legally, emotionally disabled. My life is a fucking cornucopia of fucked up shit. You try waking up not knowing who you are, not knowing where you are. You try waking up not knowing if you had sex last night. Finding yourself in clothes that you didn't know you owned. A couple months ago, I kept waking up with a dick in my ass. You know? I live a life of protection now. I was saying, you know, everybody that meets me, they have to suffer because I live this life of protection. I don't like to go out at night, especially by myself. And to me, night is dark. People look at me like I'm crazy. I be like, well, it's 6 o'clock. It's dark outside. I'm done for the day. I'm not going to the store. I'm not doing, because I worry. I worry about switching, and I worry about people meeting me. I worry about so much. You just don't know. I don't have company at night. I don't have company at night. If I'm not already close to you, you can't see me at night. Because I know that when I get sleepy, I switch. When I'm very tired, like this me will pass out. My mind, I'll go to sleep. And one of the others will take over my body. And like, it didn't even happen in a person's presence. You'll be talking to me, and I'll nod off. And then you wake me up, and I'm not me no more. And they say I wake up and I do strange things, you know, because I'm not me. I'm not me. And so, I don't let people come around me at night because I'm the one that apparently comes out at night is overly sexual. So at night I get into shit that I don't like to be into. So I don't let people come see me. I'm funny about who I sleep with because I'm not going to remember you. Like, I only sleep with people I care about, people that have been around for a long time. I don't make friends. I don't trust nobody. And plus it's hard. It's hard to make friends when I can't remember the things that we talked about, the things we did. I live a empty, kind of lonely life, you know? A lot of people think it's by choice, but in my head it's kind of by force because it's hard dealing with my illness, you know? I have all these other illnesses, the depression, the anxiety disorder, the pain diseases, but all of that shit is manageable, you know? Depression is manageable. Pain is manageable. Anxieties are manageable. My multiple personality disorder isn't. And so I spend as much time as I can avoiding situations that could cause me to switch. And that means spending most of my time alone. Sometimes I avoid interaction with people. I'm terrified. I never leave my house sober. I try to stay in the right mind frame. I try to stay calm. I try to not be in a mood where people can change my mood, because I don't know what's gonna happen. Like, you know how far you can get upset before you snap. I don't know how far I can control anything before one of these bitches pop out and say, I got it, and then it's not easy. I spend so much of my life saying, who are you? Who am I? When did I do this? When did I write this? When did I buy this? Where did I put this? Who did this? I'm the only one in the house and I gotta say, who did this? You ever wake up and find food cooking? I do. I wake up and find food cooking. You would have no clue what it's like to be a multiple. Man. Anyway, we'll come back. We'll do more. It's the Sexy Sapphire Chronicles. I gotta get ready for church. Lord have mercy. It's at least it's Sunday. I can go pray on this shit, man. I'm gonna go pray on this shit. I go pray on this shit. Oh, it's Sunday, thankfully. It's been real. I'm Sexy Sapphire, aka Melanie. Come to the website, sapphirethe.sexyone.com. I have a poetry and writing blog at sapphirethe.sexyone.tumblr.com. Man, my heart is racing right now. Like, I wish you could feel what I feel. If only you knew what doing these videos are doing for me. This shit is so much I've been holding in because I've been trying to keep this Sapphire image together. And you know what? I keep my image together, and at the same time, I'm going to tell you who the hell I am, because it's people like me. I know it's people like me. I want you to be encouraged, understand that even in your littlest bit of sanity, that's all you need, just your littlest bit of sanity. You ain't got to be perfect. And just because you're a little fucked up don't mean that you can't do everything. You can do anything. You can do it. I can only pull myself together a couple days a week sometimes, and you know what? That's okay. It's okay. It's okay. And you know my story. Like I said, rape, molestation, child abuse, domestic violence, everything. And I'm still going. Don't let it stop you. Don't let it stop you. Don't ever let it stop you. I'm still going. You can do it. You can do it too. Okay. So I'm going to go get ready for church. And I want you to have a good day. And remember that God didn't give you your story not to share it. And everything we go through for a reason. So even though it hurt, learn from it. Even though it's trying to kill you, embrace it and make that shit work for you. You hear me? Don't let it kill you. Don't let it slow you down. Don't let it stop you. You're going to be okay. You're going to all make it. You're going to be all right. And I'm out of here. I got to get ready for church. Bye, y'all.